Steve won't look at my socks. Morning. How are you?
Guys, if we could just put the records either side of the tape, because there was some interference last time.
Ah, okay.
That's the reason.
So this side?
The other side, yeah. The other side, yeah. The other side, yeah.
The other side of the other side.
It's just there's some interference in the outlay.
This side?
Yeah, just the other side.
But this side?
Perfect. It's just that there's interference on the mic. Morning, everyone. Hope everyone's good. We'll kick off the live section, then we'll go to 10:30 tonight. As always, if we're ready at the back. Kick off with Jamie from Sky.
Thank you, Dan. Good morning.
Morning.
Mikel. Obviously, tomorrow is too soon for Bukayo and Gabriel Martinelli, but are they progressing well? And can you give us an update as well on Ethan Molinari? I think he was just tired on Saturday.
Yeah, Ethan, he was just cramping. Obviously, his load has been very different recent weeks, but he's fine. And Bukayo and Gabi, yeah, they are progressing really well, but still a bit far to come back.
The weekend felt like a big weekend in terms of the title race. Obviously, whilst it's mathematically possible, I know you're going to keep on fighting. But can you describe how sort of frustrating, how powerless you feel when you're just looking at a team like Liverpool who just do not look like dropping points?
It was a very disappointing weekend, obviously. In the previous 15 games, so we have won 10 and draw 5, exactly the same as Liverpool, with exactly the same goal difference, which is plus 23. So we've been extremely consistent for the last 3.5 months, considering everything that we've been through, and we have generated that momentum. And it was that weekend where we have to do what we have to do again, once more, nothing different to the previous 15. And we got that defeat, and on top of that, they win. So when you are trying to build that momentum and we put in so much into it, especially with the circumstances that we have, it was a very hard one to take. The reality is there's so many games to play, and you have to get back to it, and we have the levels and the consistency and the hunger to go again, and that's what we're going to do on Wednesday.
But whereas for the last 2 seasons, you've been in this position where you know if we carry on winning, we're going to win the title. Now you're looking at a team 11 points clear who just they just keep on going. And that must be the really frustrating thing.
But you cannot control that. You know, at the end, you're going to have to set a certain amount of numbers to win in this league, and we're going to have to hit that number if we're going to have any chance of doing that. But we're certainly going to continue to try.
Obviously, in an ideal world, you would have a fully fit squad to choose from. You don't, but you've always struck me as a manager who enjoys trying to sort of solve problems, and obviously the problem at the moment is how do you score goals. In a perverse kind of way, do you enjoy having that sort of problem to try to, right, how do we best do this?
It's been incredibly satisfying to work every day with the players and the coaches and the staff to try to overcome certain situations. So if somebody tells you at the start of the season, by this time, you have played 5 times with a red card over half an hour in each of those games, and you have lost this amount of players, what's the bet? You are in the middle of the table, at least, you know, and you are out of the Champions League. That's not the situation. So that tells you the resilience, the resources, the ambition that the team has, every individual has. And that has been probably in my time one of the proudest moments to work in that sense. The thing is that when you are there, you want more, and you want more, and you want more. And I'm not going to stop. Over my dead body, we stop thinking that way and putting everything that we possibly can to increase that probability of us winning and being better than the opponent and hitting that performance and those standards constantly, regardless of what happens.
Do you think Mikel, in that false 9 position,
Yeah, in relation to the opposition and the options that we have, and then what the team generates as well. So especially attacking players depend a lot on what the team is generating, the chemistry, on the fluidity, the areas that we are hitting, how we interacting with each other. And it worked really well against Leicester, and it didn't well that way the other day because there were a lot of things missing.
And just one final one from me. Obviously, in the past, you've what's been great for you as well is goals from midfield. Declan hasn't had the sort of key goals this season that he did last season, and it seems that Martin Odegaard is just gone a bit quiet, off the boil at the moment. How do you fix that?
Well, we have fixed it because, again, the goal difference with the best team in the league is plus 23 in 15 games, so that's quite unique to do. But we want more goals from all of them, you know, and we know that there are areas that we can increase, and certainly this is one.
Niv from the Premier League.
Hi.
Good seeing you. Last weekend against West Ham, was it one of the most frustrating days you felt as an Arsenal manager?
I don't know. It's just it's not a frustration. I think it was a feeling probably of knowing how much we are putting into it to be where we are. That when you have the chance now to say, okay, let's go another step, and then on Wednesday would have to be another one, and then on Saturday another one, especially with the form that Liverpool are in. It was tough. It was a tough one to take, especially at home that we've been so consistent.
Couple of questions about Forest, please. I can imagine it's very competitive within the Premier League managers, but how pleased are you for Nuno, who obviously left Spurs really over 3 years ago, and got the chance to come back to management in the Premier League, and what he's achieving at Forest?
Unbelievable what they are doing, what he's done. Not only there, because what he did at Wolves as well, it was incredible, to be fair. So yeah, huge pride. Him, the coaching staff, the players as a club as well, what they have generated after coming into the Premier League is a remarkable story. So well done to them.
Can you recall from your playing days and depending on your management days in the Premier League, a team, a club that went through such a big change, such a big massive improvement in less than a year? Last year they're fighting for against relegation. This year they're challenging for Champions League football.
Yeah, very difficult. That's why it's a very special story.
Okay, thanks. And Ian from Talksport.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi,
How are you? You were saying earlier about you're obviously not giving up on the titles until it's mathematically impossible. But in your heart,
Over my dead body, I said.
over your dead body.
Yeah.
But in your heart of hearts, do you really think you can do it?
If not, I'll go home, guys. Mathematically, it's possible. You are there. You have to play every game. Suddenly, 3 days ago, we could close the gap, and you are like, you are 1.5 games away. It doesn't matter. We have to continue to go.
So it doesn't feel today like you're, what we would say, clutching at straws.
No, it's the difficulty. The difficulty is higher 3 days ago, yet it is higher. But, I mean, if you want to win the Premier League, you're going to have to do something special. You're going to have to win this Premier League with the circumstances that we have. Probably have to do something that nobody else has done in the history of the Premier League.
Another red card at the weekend for Miles Lewis-Skelly. That's 5 you've had this season. Is there a problem with discipline?
Big problem. Not about discipline. It's a lot of factors that have contributed to that, obviously.
In terms of?
In terms of the different kind of red cards that we had.
Right, fine, okay. And one person you have got back is Ben White. 2 questions on Ben. First of all, he's been reported that he might be back in the England fold, may have spoken to Thomas Tuchel. And secondly, what could he offer Arsenal? What have you missed by not having Ben White around so far this season?
Well, a player that has given us something very, very special, especially in that right unit. We haven't played the right unit at all this season with him, Bukayo and Martin as well, a unit that has played so much football together. So great to have him back, more options, his energy, the way he's around the team, what he generates, it certainly has been missed.
And without having a go at the former England manager, do you think England have missed someone like him in that position for them?
That's for Thomas to decide, not for me.
I thought you were going to say that.
There's Alex from BBC.
Hi, Miguel.
Hi.
After the game on Saturday, he says the performance wasn't good enough. Why do you think you were so far away from the standards you set this season?
Because we didn't put West Ham under the ropes like we had to, especially with the amount of time and space that we have in certain areas, and we weren't good enough, especially with the ball. Then the way we defend the box in 2 situations that could have cost us the game, and at the end one of them cost us the game. very clear. We had to set very different standards, and we didn't. Were they better than us? Watching it back twice, they deserve to win the game. Really have doubts about that. But looking at ourselves, we could have done much, much better. That's for sure.
You said a few times it was a tough one to take, but you'll keep trying until it's mathematically impossible that you can't win the title. Do you have to get that over to the players? Do they feel the same after such a blow of the weekend and the way the table is now?
They know, and especially because we've been in the other position as well very recently, and we know how quickly things can change, and you have to be there, and we all deserve to continue in that fight.
Tom, Football London.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
You mentioned obviously about the record that you've got. The record against the Big Six, as we call them, has been excellent in terms of how hard it's been for them to get a result over Arsenal. Teams like Newcastle, Aston Villa, West Ham, perhaps in more like midfield, there's been a greater challenge against these sides. What do you think the difference has been against the different types of teams you faced in that record?
Well, very different in relation to the opponent and the performances that we have. Some of them that we certainly deserve to win, and we haven't been ruthless enough, accurate enough, especially in boxes this season against this kind of opposition with the amount of situation we generated, and others like, for example, Newcastle away that we didn't deserve to win the game.
And we mentioned there about Ben White coming back. He adds obviously something different to you in terms of an option tactically. When you arrived at Arsenal, you used a back three and wing backs a lot to try and help stabilise things. Have you looked at the option to change formations more drastically from the usual 4-3-3 that we kind of see each week with Arsenal?
Yeah, but 4-3-3 really, I don't know when we play 4-3-3 in phases of play in the game, because we change our shape in relation to our high press when we are deep on first, second and final third shape. But at the end, is players give you other options, other qualities, other connections, and we certainly we're going to use the qualities of Ben.
Simon, Evening Standard.
Hi, Mikel. Just ask you about the sporting director. I think when we spoke to you at the start of this month, you were sort of hopeful there was going to be there's a conclusion soon. Just what's the sort of progress on that? How's it going?
That's a question for the club. I mean, they are in the position to give better answers in terms of timing and selection and all that than me.
Obviously, you've got Jason in there now who's working the interim. I think some supporters are concerned, given it's a very big summer in terms of contract renewals, transfers, that there hasn't been anything sort of permanently announced. What would your message be to those supporters?
Well, the club is doing all the process that we believe is the best to try to find the person that is the best one for the moment that Arsenal is right now, and that's what the club is trying to do.
Okay, last couple in the live section. Firstly, James, Athletic.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I just want to ask you about Martin's form. He obviously had that big injury at the start of the season, and he came back in amazing shape. It was remarkable, really. But he's found it difficult, it seems, to sustain that level of performance. Do you think that injury has had an ongoing impact on his season?
We don't know. Probably the answer will be no, because he come back in such a strong way and performing at a very, very high level. And then sustaining that over a period of time, like we are demanding the players to do constantly, especially the creative players, is very difficult. His attitude, how willing he is the other day with 10 men, how he takes responsibility and how he wants to drive the team, is remarkable. And that's what I demand the players, that will to continue to make things happen. And Martin certainly is trying more than anybody else.
And obviously there's been a bit of a change in his output in terms of goals, particularly. Is that indicative? Has his role changed at all? Is he playing in deeper areas, or is that just kind of variance over the season?
No, his numbers are very similar in terms of what we expect and expected goals and areas that is hitting. Maybe the efficiency has dropped a little bit. There were some penalties there as well that he scored in the past. There's another factor. But we want to increase the levels of the scoring records of every individual, and Martin is one of them.
And finally, we go to Mel in Spanish. Question in Spanish.
Hola.
Estamos hablando mucho de los puntos en la Premier League y quién está a dónde con Liverpool con más puntos que Arsenal. Mucha gente está diciendo que está fuera de poder ganar el título. ¿Qué piensas tú de cómo están hablando toda la gente en este tiempo ahora mismo de la
Y que hace 3 días la percepción era diferente. Cuando habíamos ganado ellos habían empatado, luego tú pierdes y ellos ganan y vuelve a cambiar. Que esto es muy largo, que que estamos ahí, que obviamente el fin de semana fue un palo duro para todos, pero que hay que levantarse y hay que seguir.
¿Y cómo te levantas, no solo para ti, pero para el equipo, para que todavía tienen la mente y la cabeza adentro de la competición?
Igual que me levanto cuando gano el día anterior.
Vale, y mañana está contra Newcastle, es un equipo que está muy fuerte este año. ¿Qué estás expectando mañana ahí cuando llegas a Navidad?
Un partido muy fuerte, increíble lo que están haciendo, la temporada y la consistencia que han demostrado para estar donde están y dar pasos tan rápidos, sobre todo donde estaban el año pasado. Así que un partido muy difícil.
Adiós, gracias.
Okay, that finishes the live section.